Yeah, brother. Well, you bring up an interesting fact. Let's talk about it. The UFC is now a worldwide phenomenon, right? Without a doubt. I think they've got a performance institute in China now, and rather ironically, martial arts coming home, right? Like a performance institute for MMA, which is a uniquely South American, North American sport, right? That has now traveled the globe. It's also why organizations like the PFL try to mimic FIFA, right? They recognize that this is a global phenomenon going on. Well, what works in sports globally? FIFA works, right? It's these concepts that seem very straightforward and simple, but business guys do that, right? Like if Want to Be a Star is a popular show in America. Let's put it in every country and let's see how it goes. That's how business guys generally go after things. So I think that the UFC is in Australia with a bunch of Australian fighters is very important. I'll never forget. So I'm in San Diego and Bellator's coming. And in my mind, Bellator's this giant promotion, right? And I'm forgetting, I guess, that like Scott Coker, I think, who was the boss at that point, was actually a very local guy, right? If you remember Strikeforce, Coker had San Francisco or San Jose, whatever, the Bay, and he had St. Louis, like Missouri. Like that was like his for this worldwide organization he called Strikeforce, and everybody expected was a world title. And the reality was it was those two cities and the fighters he could generate from those two cities, right? So at the end of the day, all fighting's local. So anyway, when Scott Coker came to San Diego Bellator, like this kid in my gym, who I knew was a good kid, suddenly he's on the Bellator undercard fighting another San Diego guy. Well, and that's how you generate business, right? You take the local fighters that are around that area and you put them on the card, right? And this card, no secret, is full of Aussie, New Zealand, and whatnot fighters because that's what's going to sell down there. Like the locals are going to come see them because at the end of the day, we love our local guys, right? So that's important. And listen, Volk is Volk. He just beat Diego Lopez last time out, which I thought was nothing short of incredible. Is it his swan song? I picked Lopez to win because he's younger, and maybe that's naive, right? Like maybe Volk has his number, or maybe Lopez can learn from his mistakes. But either way, we're going to see it again. It's kind of funny that it's so rushed like that, but I think it's cool for both of them. Volk can prove his thing, and make no mistake, right? Like it's important to see every area of fighting. And I love how the UFC does that now, right? Like we're going to these various countries that have various champions, right? Like and it's easier to get into that country when you have a champion. It's one of the reasons they promoted Michael Bisping so hard early on. It wasn't just England. I mean, it was all of Europe, right? Because Europe was behind us and we were pretty bad back then. I remember Tate Fletcher and all those guys on the show, but nobody had any technique anywhere. So it was all just gelling together as a sport. So yeah, worldwide, listener, that's the deal. Everybody like and follow for more of The Fight Game.